Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing good today. Today I want to talk to you about mixing soil. It won't be long, it'll be springtime, and people will be out there trying to plant some stuff, planting in raised beds and buckets and containers and fields and everything else. So I want to show you how to plant in containers and raised beds. This is how you mix your soil. If you do it right, you can use this same soil over and over. That's what I like about it. It's not hard, and don't worry now, you don't have to use all this stuff here. You only need 3 items. Okay, what you need is peat moss, compost, vermiculite or perlite, your choice. Those 3 items: peat moss, vermiculite or perlite, and compost. And there's all kinds of compost. Compost comes in all shapes and sizes. You can make your own, or you can buy a bag. That's a cheap bag there. I don't recommend just something like that with cow manure and compost. It'll work. I like this mushroom compost. That's better. Or if you want to make your own, I did this a lot of times. Take a bag of this topsoil and a bag of this black cow manure. That's some good stuff there. That's the best cow manure that you can buy, I think. Black cow. And you can buy some better brand of compost already mixed. And for the beginner, that's probably your best bet. Just get you 1 bag of compost, 1 bag of peat moss, and a bag of this vermiculite or perlite. And you're ready to start mixing. Now this peat moss, let me show you this stuff. This is real fine stuff. It's real dusty, so you may want to wear a mask if you're mixing this a lot of it and the wind's blowing. You breathe that stuff, it stop you up probably. Alright. When I say 1 part, I'm talking about a container this size, a 5-gallon bucket, or a 100-gallon bucket. It doesn't matter. As long as you use the same bucket with all 3 parts. A bucket this size right here. You want 2 buckets of this, of peat moss. You want 1 bucket of cow manure, and then this vermiculite or perlite. You don't really need a whole bucket this size. I use a smaller bucket, something about the size of this here, or a large coffee can. I've got an old coffee can over there that I use. I think it's a 3-pound coffee can, and you use it. I take a 5-gallon bucket of compost, 2 5-gallon buckets of this peat moss, and a coffee can of this here, and that's it. And if you do that, then you use that same soil year after year. You just kind of refresh it up every year. A lot of people call that males mix. One thing that I do is once I get my 3 parts mixed up, I throw a handful of garden lime. You don't need a bag that big. You can get just a smaller bag. Throw you 1 handful of that in there. And if you're planting tomatoes or something like that, throw you 1 handful of Epsom salt. Now I'm gonna leave this down in the comment section, exactly how I do it. And like I said, when I say 1 part, I'm talking about using in the same size container mixed with. So you mix it in a wheelbarrow, or you can spread a tarp out on the ground. A lot of people will do that. They'll spread a tarp out on the ground and mix it that way, especially if you're mixing a lot of it. If you're just mixing a little, then you can mix it in a wheelbarrow real easy. But anyway, I just wanted to run that by you because it's fixing to be springtime here pretty quick. And if you have any questions and during the spring, just let me know. I'm gonna be out here planting a lot this year, so I'll help you any way I can. So, alright, if you watch this video this far, I got a little special tip for you. You go ahead and give me the thumbs up, and if you're new here, if you'll go ahead and hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel, I'll share something with you that I think you'll like. It's how to start your seed inside and how to build your mini greenhouse for less than $10. It's fixing to start right now. I plant a few tomato seeds and pepper seeds before springtime on the inside or under the carport to kind of get a jump on the planting. I planted several this year. Usually I plant most of my stuff just directly in the garden in springtime. But I planted a few in cups this year. And what I did, I took some peat moss, filled my cup almost up, took some sand, mixed it in with it, and took a couple of handfuls of this vermiculite, or you can use perlite, either one. Mix those three together, vermiculite, perlite, and sand. Put it in your cup, wet it down real good. You want to do that before you put your seed in it. That way you won't disturb the seed, trying to wet it real good while it's still young. Make you a little hole, add you a couple of seeds, get you a handful of sand, put it over it, dampen out good with a spray bottle or something like that again, and you ready. If all goes well, you'll have your baby plant there before long. Keep it warm, keep it inside, keep it warm. Alright, let me jump over here and show you how to make you a greenhouse for less than $10. What you need is one of these plastic totes. You can get them at Walmart for $7 or $8. They come in all sizes, and it really doesn't matter. Just get you one. Put a few holes in it. You don't need that many. Set your plants, little pots, little container, down on a flat surface. Take your new greenhouse, flip it over on it, and you got yourself a good greenhouse. You kind of keep check on it, because if you got it in the sun, it's going to heat up real good. And you can adjust your hose in to let some of the air out. But that's a good greenhouse, folks. It is. And it's free. It didn't cost you a penny. Thanks a lot, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Thanks a lot.